kids! Today we are going to make a frittata. And a frittata is really a Spanish omelette, all right? It's super, super easy, okay? Straightforward, not difficult. As ever, we start off by washing the old hands, giving them a really good scrub, and putting on a lovely clean apron, and then we'll be ready to cook. Give them a bit of a dry. Okay, so as I say, super easy frittata. Let's just run through the ingredients, but these are very flexible. You don't have to use what we've got here. You can use whatever you've got, and it's a great way of using leftovers as well. So in here we've got some fresh herbs, which we've chopped up, obviously these bits here. We've got some natural yogurt or crème fraiche, whichever you prefer. Oil, sunflower oil, sweet corn, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, but again you could have big tomatoes, doesn't matter, fresh tomatoes, spring onions, mushrooms, cheese, potatoes which are being cooked and sliced, or small potatoes which are new potatoes which have been cooked. Remember, this has to be cooked, all right? Here we've got the herbs and the spices. Again, hot paprika, be careful. This is oregano, this is pepper, and there's some nutmeg, which I love, particularly with mushrooms. We've got cheese here. We've got 2 eggs, but if you're doing a very large dish, then use 4 eggs. And we've got red peppers, but you could use green peppers, yellow peppers, red, orange, whatever you like. It's open to interpretation. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, not difficult at all, easy peasy, is put a little bit of oil into the dish. Just run that oil around the dish. It just stops the potatoes from sticking to the bottom of the dish. Remember, this needs to be an oven-proof dish, very important. Then we're just going to put a layer of cooked potatoes, which have been sliced, in the bottom, all right, like this, all the way along. It doesn't really matter how you put them in, as long as they cover the base of the dish. Not forgetting that you will season this and it will be yummy. Okay, so equipment wise, we've got everything here. Oven-proof dish. We've got a chopping board, dessert spoon, fork, small bowl for the eggs, and a larger bowl there if we need it. We might need it, we might not. We'll just have to see how we go. So that's the first layer in. What I try and do is layer it so you can't see the bowl or the oven dish at the bottom. Okay, so then what am I going to do next? I'm going to put in a bit of colour. Okay, so I'm going to put in some peppers, red peppers, give it colour, flavour, yummy. I'm going to put in some mushrooms. They can just be put in like that. You don't need to cook the mushrooms in advance because this dish is going to get super hot, so it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so that's nice there. Then let's put in some spring onions just to give it a little bit more flavour. Bit of an oniony flavour like that. Ah, the lovely old sweet corn. Look at this colour. Wow, that is yum. Okay, not forgetting you're getting your 5 a day in there. Maybe a few tomatoes. If you've got any basil, you could put in some basil if you wanted to into there. So what have we got now? We probably want to do a little bit of seasoning. So I'll put in a little bit of oregano there, a little bit of this cracked pepper, just a sprinkling over like that. It's looking great. Maybe a little bit of the paprika. I wouldn't go mad with this because it is quite spicy. So that looks great. Okay, so then all we want to do is we want to crack our eggs, mix in our yogurt into the eggs to make a thick mixture, and then we'll pour it all over, ready to bake. At this stage, what you could do is another layer of potatoes. So you can go as high as you like. So we remember how we like to do our eggs. We like to crack the egg gently around the belly, in the middle there, listening to the egg, over and into the bowl. All right, important that you don't crack the egg straight into this mixture, just in case the egg is not okay, just to be careful about that. So I'm going to pop those two in there. Okay, remember we don't lick our fingers, all right? We wash our hands after we've touched raw egg, very important. Okay, so then we can whisk up the eggs like that. And then what I'm going to do, just because this bowl isn't very big, is I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls of the natural yogurt. Again, like I said, you could use crème fraiche if you want. I'm going to pour that into the natural yogurt like that. Back to a lovely whisk. You've got to get all that yogurt into the eggs, which is, yeah, it's not too difficult, but it just takes a bit of patience. Looking nice now. Now I think just because I love my color, I'm going to just put in a little bit of the chopped herbs into there, add color, flavor, yum. Like I say, you could do another layer of potatoes if you wanted to. Sharp knife, be careful. You could put another layer of potatoes in that way and then mix that up. Pour it gently and carefully over the top. Now this bit's important because what you want to do is get this sort of omelette-y mixture all over the mixture like that. Don't forget the good old pause, not a problem. Like that. You take the fork, spread that out, looking lovely. And then just to finalize that and just to finish it off, I would put on some of the cheese, just to give it a lovely cheesy crust, because we all love cheese, but we all know we're not supposed to eat too much cheese, but we still love it. And then that will go off to bake in a hot oven, about 200 degrees, gas mark 6, until the mixture is bubbling away. The top is golden brown, looking yummy, and then it will be ready for you and all your friends, family, to share and to eat together. And I'll show you one that I made earlier. So this is what it looks like. Lovely and brown, looking great. So I'll switch that one off. I'll put this one on, and then that will go into the hot oven and bake, depends on the size of the dish, but about 20-25 minutes. Have fun.